because a lot of times calls for service might be like where someone can get some coffee or a shower, or what kind of resources do you need to have on board. And so I know people think when they see the numbers sometimes of how many calls for service that we go on, they think, oh my gosh, like the city of Olympia is in a chronic state of crisis. And it's really not, because we work really hard on not defining crisis. So I think Chris kind of said it too, is like, how do you get to yes? Like, how do we get to yes when a law enforcement officer calls and someone's missing their shoes? Is that, criteria for crisis? Yeah, if you don't have shoes, it's definitely criteria for crisis. And so I think just being super nimble and super responsive, I told my team from the get-go, if it's not unethical or it's not unlawful, we're doing it. I think that I think just even listening to Chris is that's their model too, is like officers need someone that's going to go in just like they're going to go in, and they're going to problem solve and help this person out. And sometimes it is moving them from the location on the sidewalk to another public space. That's just better off for them and the community.
Right. Lieutenant.
And from the police perspective, officers are so used to being the only response. We've been the only response for so many years. And so if you want to figure out how to get officers to buy in, it's have a program that says yes, have a program that finds a way to get to the help that is needed, because it only takes an officer contacting the crew team once or twice and having them be able to take over, and for them to be able to tap out and go to the next call and deal with a law enforcement issue, to make them firm believers and to be on board. And I think, I don't have the numbers, and I don't know if Ann does either, but I think we know certainly anecdotally that officers, I think Chris mentioned this, a lot of calls are now coming from officers arriving on a scene and realizing this is not something that we really need to be addressing or should be addressing.